sixth best as far as ERA in among starters since the All-Star break of last year, 2014, 2.74 for Hector. His fastball velocity has been good. For me, though, his back-to-back fastballs inside against both righties and lefties have been so good. His changeup, slider, curveball combination, solid too. He definitely deserves to be mentioned as a potential All-Star. Hopefully deals again tonight.
Couple of lefties on the mound. Santiago for the Angels. Wandy Rodriguez going for the Texas Rangers. As we're just about ready for baseball here in Texas. Sit back, relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax, start here. By Jack in the Box. Taste the new black pepper cheeseburger today, only at Jack in the Box. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Welcome back out to Globe Life Park here in Arlington, Texas. Game 2 of this 3-game series. The Angels with a 42-38 record picking up the first game of the series by the final of 8-2 as we take a look at the standings in the American League West. A 4.5-game deficit behind the Houston Astros, who lost earlier today to the Boston Red Sox. We hope you're enjoying your 4th of July, and as we celebrate the birth of our country today with the help of some Angels players and coaches, here's some very important words to remember on this 4th of July.
Truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal,
that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights,
that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Thanks to the guys down in the clubhouse doing that, including Hector Santiago, who is pitching today, certainly not afraid to get involved.
He's unbelievable.
He really is.
He's different than most pitchers. They don't even like to talk to anybody that day, but he's out signing autographs, busy schools, and he goes out there and just dominates and performs. A huge crowd expected tonight, huge fireworks show, and we've already had a couple of flyovers before the game, as we will take a look at Mike Scioscia's starting lineup for the Halos. Mentioned at 42 and 38, Johnny Giavitello leading things off at second, Cole Calhoun at right, Mike Trout at center, Albert Pujols at first, Eric Aybar with a 5-hit game last night is at shortstop, David Freese a 3-hit game for him. He's at third base. Chris Iannetta gets a start behind the plate. C.J. Cron at DH, and batting ninth and playing left, it is Daniel Robertson as they take on the 36-year-old left-hander native of the Dominican Republic. His name is Wandy Rodriguez. Wandy Rodriguez is the guy that throws a lot of curveballs, though. Fastballs 87 to 92, curveball, changeup. But my go-tos against him, early count pop. He will give up some hits in the first pitch or two in the sequence. And first time through, batting average against him at 295. The first time through the lineup, it dips down as he progresses in the game.
Defensively for the Texas Rangers tonight, you have Rua, Martin, and Chu in the outfield from left to right. No Josh Hamilton tonight. Beltre, Andrews, Odor, and Moreland, the same infield as last night from third to first. Carlos Corcoran behind the plate.
And Rua out in left field. We saw that swing late in the game last night. He's very solid as far as playing all those outfield positions. He's playing well, very active, and a very strong throwing, a very aggressive too, coming in on the baseball as far, and also going back on the ball.
Angels with the win last night, now 5-2 against Texas on the season. 15-hit attack last night. That's a season high. It's the 4th time this year the Angels have collected 15 hits in a game. They were 6 for 16 with men in scoring position, snapping an 0 for 27 into last night's game. First one tonight in there for a strike. Johnny Giavitello had 1 hit last night, going 1 for 5. The batting average of 266, 3 home runs, and 27 runs batted in. Lifted in the air toward left center field. Playable for Leonis Martin, who will make the catch for the first down.
That's the one thing Mike Scioscia wants from Giavitello. Get back to that line drive ground ball. Avoid those fly balls. Very good when he stays on top of the baseball, hits the top part of the baseball, and hits a line drive, and especially when he hits it hard on the ground.
3 fly ball outs in last night's game. Starts this one off with the fly ball to center as Cole Calhoun steps to the batter's box. Patriotic uniforms being worn throughout Major League Baseball. Every team's got them. This one pulled past Moreland into right field, a base hit. Cole last night with a couple of doubles. 4 runs batted in. Picks up a knock here with 1 out. It'll bring up Trout.
Yeah, you like to see that first ball swinging hitters coming in this game against Rodriguez. 359 batting average against him, including 3 home runs. Jumped on that high fastball.
Wandy Rodriguez making his 14th start, 5-3 on the year, 3.91 ERA. But he has been not very good here at home. He's got terrific numbers on the road. I'll tell you those in just a second as Trout steps into the box. 1 for 4 game last night for Mike. Single and a walk. Also scored a run. First one a little bit high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Wandy Rodriguez at home this year has made 5 starts. He's 0-3 with a 7.11 ERA. 36 hits and 25 1/3. He's got a 2.23 ERA on the road. Evens up the count. It's 1-1. Veteran's been around. Matter of fact, he was in spring training with the Atlanta Braves and actually pitched very well in spring training. He was let loose when Atlanta traded for Trevor Cahill from the Diamondbacks. Trout chased the high fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's certainly not overpowering, but he'll try to go upstairs with a fastball. It looks tantalizing to hit as a hitter, but upstairs, still very difficult to catch up to at 89.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Albert on deck, just underway. A late start here in Texas. This was a scheduled 8:05 local time start. 2-2. Broken bat, slow roller towards short. Andrews barehands it, throws off balance. They get Trout for the second out. Nice play by the Rangers shortstop as Calhoun advances to scoring position.
Especially knowing Trout's speed, how to use the bare hand. It's time for my Hyundai key for this game. A little triumph. A little rock and roll machine. Speaking of the machine, off being player of the month in the month of June, Albert Pujols. But I really liked his last at bat where he crushed the ball hard the other way. He's really taken that leadership role to this club, both on the field and in that clubhouse. And look for him to drive the ball today, especially where the ball flies out to right center field. We saw that during batting practice.
.263 average for Albert. He had a 1-for-4 game with a single and a walk. .544 career home runs. American League Player of the Month for June. Cole with a pretty good lead at second. And is inside. Warm day here in North Texas. Got up to 97, 98 degrees. At game time, 91. That south wind blowing here. We'll get that jet stream out to right center. Two balls and a strike. Love the gear that Carlos Corcoran is sporting tonight.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Perfect for the 4th of July.
Cole with a 1-out single, moved to second on the ground out by Trout. As Albert skies this one. The shallow left, out underneath it. Elvis Andrews is there, puts it away, and we will head to the bottom of the first. Hector Santiago to go to work with no score. Rangers starting lineup as presented by their first-year skipper Jeff Bannister. Ruben Odor leading things off at second base. Ryan Rua is in left field. Prince fielded the DH. Adrian Beltre, the cleanup hitter, at third. Mitch Moreland at first. Elvis Andrews, the shortstop. Shin-Soo Choo in right field. Carlos Corcoran getting the call behind the plate tonight. And Leonis Martin rounding out that starting 9 as they take on Hector Santiago. 17th game this season, 16th start. 2.58 ERA.
Boy, is he throwing the ball very well this season. His fastball has been great. My go-tos for Hector be successful against this Ranger lineup. But when we look at the percentages of changeups thrown this year as compared to the slider curve, I think a changeup will be very effective because he can cut the changeup also against these lefties.
Odor fouls this one off. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. As always with Hector, works very quickly. .4-4 mark on the season. This one's lined into center, and Hector almost thought about throwing that bare hand out there. It's a leadoff single for Odor. Defensively for the Angels tonight, Dan Robertson and left, Mike Trout at center, Cole Calhoun in right. The infield has David Freese, Eric Ivar, Johnny Giavatello, and Albert Pujols from third to first. Chris Iannetta behind the plate.
And Daniel Robertson out in left field knows a little bit about this field. Started in all 3 outfield positions for Texas as a rookie. Not 6 starts so far in left field. He has 2 outfield assists. He's made some unbelievable diving plays in left field for the Halos. By the way, Odor now 4 for 9 in his career versus Hector.
Drew homered last night, his 3rd of the season. Came into the game late defensively. His only at bat was a home run to right off Mike Bourne. 208 on the year. 3 RBIs. .20 pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Odor leading off at first, a single for him. Two one out to the alley in right center field. Good jump by Trout. He will make the catch. Ball rattled around in the glove a little bit, but he makes the catch for the first out.
It's a good read by Mike Trout to be able to catch that line drive.
One out, 1 on for Prince. The DH. Good numbers against Hector Santiago. 7 for 21. Good numbers overall. Should be an all-star this year, one would think, with a .347 batting average, 12 home runs at 49 RBIs. Fielder 2nd in the American League with that batting average. Miguel Cabrera, who just went on the disabled list for the first time in his career, leading the way at .350. Good pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Prince 7 for 21 versus Hector. It's a .333 batting average. Hector with 3 pickoffs this year also.
And that is yanked down the right field line, and that is foul, just out in front of it.
My fastball pretty much right down the heart of the plate at 90.
But just a strike, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's all
0-2.
it is. That's all you got to think as a pitcher. Okay, you made a mistake, you pulled a foul, you're ahead of the count. Now you can expand the strike zone, get him to swing at something out of the zone.
Iannetta set up way outside. Prince drives one out toward left center field. Playable for Trout as he drifts back to his right. 2 down. Big part of the ballpark.
And you got to really crush it out, especially going the other way. And Prince Fielder does have very good power that way.
So Odor still at first base, 2 outs, and here's Beltran. Also with pretty good numbers against Hector Santiago. Although Hector is, for the most part, pitched very well in this ballpark. 8th game, 6th start, 4-0 record at 2.01 ERA. That's not necessarily the case in Southern California. Texas has gotten to Hector.
Certainly a mindset when you pitch in this ballpark, especially this time of the year when it's hot. You throw a few less pitches warming up. Try to have quicker innings if you can. Limit those long innings because it's very hot out here again.
Even at 8 o'clock start, it doesn't matter.
No. See, he tries to keep those pitching lanes. That's what he tries. He puts 2 lines from each side of the pitching rubber. He wants to land right in between that, or at least on that line, to make sure he's going to be able to have that same arm slot every single pitch, whether it's his fastball, cut fastball, slider, curve, changeup. It's worked very well. It's a little mechanism he tries to keep in line every time.
Upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. There's a strike. Three-1 to Beltran. Fouls this one off, reaching for that pitch. So full count. Dora's going to be taking off on the next pitch. Texas will run. Didn't see much of it last night. They weren't giving that many opportunities with Garrett Richards on the mound. Odor takes off, 3-2 upstairs, and he walked him. So 2 on with 2 outs. Hector's been pretty good as far as the walks this year. He's got his lowest walk rate of his big league career.
And nearly 3-to-1 ratio as far as his walks to strikeouts, about 2.6 punch outs per walk for Hector Santiago. If you look at the top 4 in the lineup against Texas tonight, pretty good numbers. 19 for 52 career-wise against Hector. After this point, though, he's been much better against him.
So Moreland will bat with a couple of men off. 298 average, 14 home runs, and 43 driven home. Moreland was in the 2 spot last night, ended up going 1 for 3. Breaking ball misses outside. 17 pitches thrown by Santiago, 9 strikes, 8 balls. Odor at second, Beltran at first. Moreland takes upstairs. With command a little bit off to start here for Santiago.
You see the frustration. Even when he landed, he was looking back exactly where he landed on his follow through.
Ibar stays on the shortstop side. A lot of times we've seen the Angels shift on Moreland. The man at second base. Eric stays close to home. 2-0 now. 2-1. Todd Titchener, by the way, calling the balls and strikes tonight. Tom Woodring at first, Tim Welke, the crew chief, at second. Tim Timmons over third. Packed house here. Game 2. Warm, beautiful night on 4th of July. Good location, 2-2.
Yeah, that was a great pitch right there. Right on the outside corner at the knees. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, if you can stay back long enough on the pitch and rubber, a slider here in that part of the plate should get a swing and miss if you follow through and deliver it the right way.
Couple of glances back to Odor. 2-2 now. Moreland fouls it off. Anything extra you think you need to do on a night like this? The wind's blowing, hot, steamy night.
You're loose, I think, at this point. I mean, your arm feels great. And even talking to Garrett today, I mean, you feel so good. It's just a matter of your legs feeling good. And that's the thing when it's hot like this. Your legs give out, not your arm. Your arm feels loose. You don't need as many throws warming up. But also, it's more difficult. And we saw that even as the game progressed for Garrett yesterday, that feel for a breaking ball.
Yeah.
The sweat on your hand, trying to find a dry spot on your uniform to be able to dry the hand off, to be able to get that good feel for the baseball to snap off a breaking ball.
Garrett went 7 2/3 last night and picking up his 9th win. So have to kind of rub the hand up against that pant leg.
Back inside with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Based on Ionetta's reaction, a missed location fastball. Andrews waiting on deck. Single by Odor, then 2 fly ball outs. Beltre a walk. Hector about to throw his 24th pitch of the first. And that is hammered foul.
Looked like from this even far angle up here, he really slowed down his delivery. All speed pitch on the inner half of the plate, and a quick conversation with Chris Ionetta and Eric Ibar.
What he hasn't gone back to is that pitch down the way.
Yeah,
2 strikes that he threw.
Spot I think you can go with. You can see where Chris is trying to set up. Break a ball. Or, no, actually it's going to be a changeup. Looked like it was on the inner half of the plate. Again, on a hot night where you're sweating, off-speed pitches more difficult to control than fastballs.
This one hit sharply, but right to Johnny Giavitello. Should do it, and it does. It took 25 pitches for Hector Santiago, but no damage. We'll head to the second with no score.
light. Last 7 4th of July games from Halo's 6-1 mark, averaging over 7 runs per game, batting average nearly a .370 with 12 home runs. So it's a good day to pitch. If you're a Halo, on those days we're getting a lot of run support on the 4th of July.
It would be nice to see the Angels offense follow up last night's performance, as Eric Ibar just did, with another hit. Be able to come out and swing the bats. We've not seen a whole lot of that from the Angels, going back to back or even 3 games in a row where they're constantly picking up the knocks.
You talk about continuity as far as the lineup, and also when you talk about going back to back games or even 3 games in a row where you see some solid swings. We certainly saw some solid swings, 6 hits in a row now.
Yeah.
For Eric Ibar going the other way. We talked about that in the opening, how he used the entire field. Well, does it once again, going the other way, going with the pitch.
It's 7 straight plate appearances in which Eric Ibar has reached safely. First career 5-hit game last night. David Freese hitting .241 now. After picking up 3 hits himself, going 3 for 5, 3 singles and an RBI. 1 ball, 1 strike. Halos left a man in scoring position. Cole second on the ground out by Trout, and Pujols just got underneath one and finished off the first inning.
See if he can gain some momentum. It was a tough bottom of the first for Hector, but he got through that, no damage done. And Eric Ibar right away putting pressure on Wandy Rodriguez with a base hit.
Check swing, did not go. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And one thing you look at in the dugout, if you're the Angels now, you've got 2 hits in this game so far. Both of them been on first pitch. Mentioned batters hit .359 coming into the game against Rodriguez on the very first pitch.
Good lead for Ibar at first. Freese lines one to left, a single. Eric moves to second. He'll stay right there as Rua gets the baseball back in.
Boy, these two have been hot down here in Texas. Eric Ibar, David Freese. He's had 10 hits between them. 3 hits yesterday for Freese. Now a hit here tonight. 5 hits yesterday and a hit already today for Eric.
There's Iannetta. 2 on, nobody out. Carlos Perez was behind the plate last night, so Chris gets a start tonight, hitting 184. 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. Iannetta's last game on Wednesday was against the Yankees. Had a 1-for-3 game with a single and a walk. This one's pulled through the hole, a base hit to left. Ibar will be stopped at third. They're loaded up. So 3 consecutive singles to start the second.
Another good swing for an Angel hitter against Rodriguez. Is going with the pitch and try to lift that baseball. Ground ball hard through the hole between short and third. 2 already this inning for the Halos against Rodriguez. Freese and Iannetta. There goes Beltre trying to find out what sign's being put on. Work his way over there to Eric Ibar.
What sign's being put on?
Yeah, we're going to put a suicide squeeze right now.
Bases loaded and C.J. Cron at the plate.
I'm looking for a suicide squeeze here.
Adrian, why don't you play up?
Yeah. Watch out for the squeeze. Safety squeeze.
Cron the DH tonight. Takes outside. 198 batting average, a couple of home runs, 8 RBIs. Picked up the RBI last night with a single in the second. Angels had a 6-run second inning. A 1-for-5 game overall. Backdoor breaking ball misses. 2-0.
When it's watching CJ today in batting practice, he was just really thinking in terms of using the middle part of the field from left center to right center. Now you look, especially in this count, you look for a fastball you can drive. Think in terms of right center field. That'll allow you to keep your hands back.
From a team standpoint, the Angels have fared better batting average-wise against right-handed pitching than lefties. 237 against lefties, 245 against righties. 2-0 now. Fouls this one back. Ibar at third base, Freeze at second, Ionnet at first. Nobody out. They had 4 opportunities last night in the second with the bases loaded. 6 runs on 6 hits. Off speed, foul back. 2-2.
Boy, as a pitcher here with the bases loaded, especially with no outs, you still have options on a 2-2 count. Certainly on a 3-2 count, you're more likely going to get a fastball if you're TJ Crone.
Outside, full count. Daniel Robertson on deck. The outfield straight around with Crone at the plate. The 3-2. Lined up the middle, a base hit. Ibar will score. Freeze is going to be stopped at third. A last-minute stop sign for Gary DiSarcina. 1-0 Angels.
Yeah, with no outs, wise decision. Martin with 10 outfield assists. Even though he had a little bit of a bobble, he's got a very strong, accurate throwing arm in center field.
Here's Mike Maddox for the first time tonight, the Rangers pitching coach. Out to massage the message on the veteran Wandy Rodriguez. Nobody out, and the bases loaded for Dan Robertson. With a momentum shift, Santiago struggling in the bottom of the first with command. Long at bat with Mitch Moreland, which finally resulted in a ground out. Through 25 pitches, and all of a sudden the Angels come out swinging the bats. Eric Ibar leading it off with a single. Robertson, the left fielder tonight, 6 for 27 with the Angels this year. A couple of runs batted in. He pops the first one up on the infield. That'll be the first down. Infield fly rule is called. 1 away. Back to the top of the order now, and Johnny Giavitello.
And just like last night, same inning, you got to score some more runs than this one. You have an opportunity at some good swings so far. Robertson chased a high strike. Rodriguez able to get a pop-up in the infield.
Johnny hit a fly ball to center field to lead off the ball game. Is 0 for 1 tonight. This is pulled through the hole to the left side, of base hit. Freeze will score. Ionetta stopped at third. 2-0 Angels. Giavitello with his 28th RBI.
Now that's that line drive swing that Mike Scioscia wants him to have. Mentioned that fly ball you talked about yesterday. 3 fly ball outs, Victor, for Giavitello, and a fly ball out first at bat. This time on the line. To do that hole once again between short and third. Perfect compact swing for Giavitello. With a single RBI, 28 RBI on the season for Johnny G.
So bases loaded for Cole Calhoun. Last night of the second inning, in the same situation. On a 3-2 count, shot a double to the alley in right center field. Now with 13 doubles on the year. He pulls the first one foul. Slow breaking ball from Wandy. Halos knocked out Ranger starter Chichi Gonzalez yesterday after an inning and 2/3. Anthony Bass soaked up 4 1/3. Off the plate. Dolly Feliz, who pitched last night, 2 innings. Mentioned kind of the downfall of the spiraling down of his career from his rookie campaign. Was designated for assignment after the game. Matt Harrison, who's been on the shelf for quite some time, activated. This one's out towards center. At the very least, you'll get 1 run in. Martin moves over. He'll make the catch. Iannetta tags. He will score, and it's a 3-0 Angels lead. Cole Calhoun with his 41st RBI.
It's a nice swing by Cole. Got a pitch. It was elevated enough to get the job done. Sac fly to left center field. Scoring Chris Iannetta. Just real good approaches to the plate. It's got to make Don Baylor feel real good at what they're doing so far in this game. Dave Hansen, Paul Sorrento, same thing. Just those easy, quiet approaches, relaxed hands at the plate.
There's Trout. Got jammed in his first inning at bat and grounded out to short. Two balls, no strikes.
Another good hitter's count, especially when you know you got Albert Pujols on deck for Trout. Look for that fastball in your zone now.
2-0. Upstairs, 3-0.
That's not quite his zone.
Nope. One more pitch out of the zone, and all of a sudden they're loaded up again. Angels continue to swing the bats with the bases loaded this year, including tonight. A .365 batting average in those situations. And there is ball 4. First walk issued by Rodriguez, and it'll bring up Pujols. Remember last year the Angels struggled mightily with the bases loaded, although they scored runs in bunches without those situations.
Yeah. But you really like what they're doing. Their hands nice and relaxed at the plate. Last time up, Pujols just missed hitting the ball out. Got underneath it. Here's numbers this year as compared to last year with the bases loaded. There's a conversation we had a number of times. Batting of .231, which is ranked 26th in baseball. Third this year, .365. We've seen that a number of times here in these first 2 games of this series against the Rangers.
Pujols 0 for 1 with that pop-up that Gooby was just talking about. First one here is in there for a strike.
Early recheck my day key for this game. Rock and roll machine. An opportunity for Albert Pujols, the machine, to do some serious damage against Texas here with 1 swing of the bat.
3 for 7 this year with the bases loaded, 1 slam. Crone at third base, Giavatello at second, Trout at first. Ball into the alley, should score 3 easily. Oh, skimming off the top of the dugout into the seats. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitching Albert in. Figured just for show there. Come back inside.
Let's go with his curveball. Get a punch out. But if he hangs it, it could be troubles for Rodriguez against Pujols.
jamming again.
That's well off the plate inside.
He's got a little late action to it.
He has a little cutter. He doesn't rush the fastball up there in the mid-90s anymore. It's around 87, 88. Cutter around 89, 90.
And at 90, you really need to be in off the plate to be effective.
Yeah, if that cuts against any part of the plate, that's going to be hit hard. It's got to be well off the plate.
1-2. Albert reaching for this one. Flares it into the seats. 40 pitches now thrown by Wandy Rodriguez. Very similar start to last night's game tonight. 3 runs here in the second, looking for more with the bases loaded. 6 hits for the Angels already. Another 1-2, and Albert fouls it back.
Going in off the plate once again with that cutter.
Now they're not strikes either. Go back and look at that swing.
And if you're Wandy, why not keep throwing that even further off the inside part of the plate?
Ball went off the flap of the helmet, knocked off his helmet.
That's how far in that was. Look how he tried to tuck his hands in right off the helmet. Fortunately enough, hit the helmet. He's able to smile because it hit the helmet. So the pattern is you cut her in, something soft away.
Breaking ball, got him swinging. Pujols leaves him loaded, but the Angels strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Halos leading at 3-0. Andrews, Chew, and Corporate coming up for Texas. Angel fans, it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag #WestgateAStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. Angels broadcast is brought to you by T-Mobile.
Quite a few Angel fans here at Globe Life Park on this 4th of July.
Yeah, a lot of red, white, and blue.
Yes, tons.
With these two teams, the colors that they share.
What a ceremony they had to start this game today. It was a lot of fun. Goosebumps.
Andrews looks at a strike to even to count. A double flyover too, right?
Yes.
Some F-16s.
It was pretty loud.
A little loud.
Oh.
I think it may have scared Ken French.
Yeah, that might have set him back a little bit.
I don't think Frenchie's ready to do his hit yet. It's going to take a couple of innings. Elvis Andrus, the shortstop, hitting .240, 3 home runs, and 27 driven home. 1-2.
Good pitch. Just off the inside corner, but that's what you want to see from Hector going back. A lot of times you'll see him fastball and back it up with another fastball in.
Right back in there. Full count. Three-two, drilled to left. Robertson racing back there, and he will track it down. Great job by Daniel Robertson. 1 down.
He knows how to play this outfield a little bit. He likes to be able to prevent hits and runs with his glove. Talked to him just about that the other day. Said he'd love to be able to put some more good at bats at the plate, but he's loving what he's been able to contribute defensively for the Halos out in the outfield. Another solid play by Daniel Robertson.
Hector continued to pound the inside corner on Elvis Andrus. Shin-Soo Choo looks at a strike. The right fielder hitting .232 with 11 home runs, 35 RBIs. 1 for 4 game last night with a double, 14th of the year.
See him going back there, keeping his eyes on the baseball, all the way into his glove, keeping his head still. That's important. With a lot of movement in your shoulders and head, your eyes will move, make it more difficult to make a play like that.
Down the left field line, slicing toward the seats and out of play. Nice catch.
Brought a glove. What a play. And I'm going to say thank you. I made a great play.
Curtain call.
Yes.
Mom shoved her out for a curtain call. She didn't even break a sweat.
So, you know what? I always make that play.
2-2 now. So chasing the high fastball, fouls it back.
I mean, isn't that what I'm supposed to do? That's routine.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh. That's routine.
It's the big deal. Another 2-2. Foul back. This one off the vine netting.
And Hector on his follow through slipped. This is delivering the baseball. The ankle gave in on his right leg. Kind of buckled on. You see the torque he puts when he lands, because he throws across his body. There's a lot of torque on that front foot.
Ground ball toward the shift. Giavotella dives, knocks it down, but you're not going to get Choo. That'll go as a single.
On the dive as he's trying to get up on the transfer, not control the baseball in the glove. Jam maybe his hand, the glove hand. It's a little different read for the baseball when it goes from the dirt to the grass. It stays true or stays lower.
Carlos Corporal will bat with a man on and 1 down. Switch hitting catcher, formerly of the Houston Astros. 192 average this year, but better from the right side. 242 compared to the left to 167. And this rule about having to stay in or near the batter's box has just got to kill Carlos Corporal. He was the Mike Hargrove of today's baseball, the human rain delay.
Oh.
One-0.
That was difficult to face Hargrove, by the way.
Yeah.
I was fairly hyper, and he would take so much time stepping out of the batter's box. I was literally out of my mind. More than normal.
Every time. Kind of like you see Pedroia with the batting gloves. Pedroia usually stays there, but Corporate, especially from the left side, it always seemed like he would walk all the way back to the on-deck circle. 1-1. This one's popped up. Giavotella drifting out. Cole lets Giavotella take charge. I thought for a second there Calhoun was going to call him off. 2 down. Hey fans, now's the perfect time to reserve a suite rental during the summer. Suites offer 12 to 36 guests the opportunity to enjoy the game in an intimate, luxurious atmosphere. Suite rentals offer all-inclusive food and non-alcoholic beverage options. To reserve your suite today, call 888-796-HALO. Easy for me to say, or log on at angels.com/suites. 2 outs. Here's Leonis Martin. Martin hitting .223, 5 home runs. Looks at a strike to center fielder. He's in the 8th spot last night, went 0-for-3 with a walk. So pulled foul with 2. The Angels with 3 runs at the top of the second, 5 hits. Sent 9 men to the plate against Wandy Rodriguez. Ibar led off the inning with a single. Lead things off. Hector Santiago gets the Angels back in the dugout. One ball, 2 strikes.
Looks like he wants to throw him a changeup here. The thing is about his changeup, sometimes it cuts like a slider. So most times from a lefty, the changeup will go down and in on a left-handed batter, down and away against a right-handed batter. But Hector can throw changeups from both sides of the plate, whether it's running in or away, depending on where his wrist is located.
2-2. Called strike 3. Got him looking on the outside corner. First strikeout of the night for Santiago. We'll head to the 3rd. Angels on top. Take a look at our On the upcoming schedule, one more tomorrow. It's a 6:05 start here in Texas, 4:05 back home. Then it's off to Denver, an off day on Monday, 2 against the Rockies on Tuesday, Wednesday, both night games, then a 4-game series, wrapping up the proverbial first half. Then it's the All-Star break. Eric Ibar leading things off. He's 1 for 1 with a single. And this is today's hour halfway to Christmas.
Yeah, it is.
Game number 81.
81. Yes, indeed.
Crazy. Time flies and you're having fun. Ibar drives one out toward left center field. Stay hot. This one off the wall. Ibar on his way to second. The throw goes towards second, and Moreland fortunately is there. I don't know what Leonis Martin was thinking, but Ibar has now reached safely in 8 straight plate appearances.
Yeah, that batting average continues to rise for Eric. Met him on tools of the trade to start the game, 5 for 5 last night. He's just getting some pitches to drive. That was an upstairs, an off-speed pitch, changeup. One hops the wall to 390 sign for Eric Ibar. 13th double. Boy, is he crushing the baseball. Well, he's got to stay away from Andrews and Beltre. They were both trying to get close to him because Eric is so hot at this point. They want to get a couple hits. Stay away, Eric.
Here's David Freese, a single to left. Freese also scored prior to that at bat for Eric Ibar. His previous high set June 9th and 10th, 2010. This one's out toward right field. It's going to hang up for Shin-Soo Choo. He'll make the catch. Ibar's tagging. Choo with a very good throwing arm to throw it out in time.
I still like what Eric did on that one, too, because he saw the way Choo went back for that baseball. Didn't get himself set the proper way to be able to get that normal good throwing arm going in the right direction. See him, he's going in, and then he kind of goes back enough on, had a tough time reading that, and Eric took a shot at it. Slides in there. Now a third. Going to force that infield in for Texas. I like that aggressive base running by Eric. A perfect throw gets him. But because Choo didn't get himself a good throwing position, took the shot.
Chris Iannetta takes inside. Iannetta with a single and a run scored in the second. Splits for Chris this year. Up and away.
And credit David Freese for that approach, what he was trying to do. He was trying to hit the ball to that side of the field to advance Eric.
Two-0 downstairs. Crone on deck.
And I think if he gets a fastball, Chris Iannetta will be swing with the green light here. You know, the batting average below 200 for Iannetta. Now they're going to walk him instead.
Set up a double play opportunity with Crone coming up, and there's the one. Second of the game for Wandy Rodriguez. This one an intentional one. Or at the very least, it is classified as such. So Crone will bat with runners at the corners. One down. Chris. CJ with a base hit up the middle. RBI. His dad, Chris, no longer playing.
But he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
His son getting a pitch to drive right here.
Outside. RBI for Crone, his 9th. Second inning single. Ibar third and Iannetta at first. Wandy kicks at that landing area.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he lands the same area where Hector lands. because Wandy's not as much across his body as Hector is. That's as a pitcher who's uncomfortable on the mound at this point. And as a hitter right now, you don't allow him to get back into his comfort zone.
This one sky to left center. Playable for Martin and deep enough to score Ibar. Eric will tag. Martin makes the catch. The throw goes to second. 4-0 Angels. A 2 RBI game for Crone.
And that's a run scored because of Eric Ibar being aggressive and challenging Chu out in right field to go from second to third, then scoring on that sac fly. C.J. Crone, who did a nice job of getting a pitch out over the plate to get the job done himself. You see him thanking him for getting the third base so he can get that RBI.
2 outs with a man at first, and here's Daniel Robertson, who popped out his first time up. Struggles for Wandy Rodriguez at home continue tonight. 4 runs on 7 hits through 2 2/3.
Well, you really right now as a hitter, you've taken away. He hasn't had any comfort zone on his breaking ball or changeup, so you're just looking fastball.
In off the plate.
Probably his most effective pitch has been that cut fastball off the inside part of the plate against right-handed batters. Doesn't have a feel for the curveball. Changeup hasn't been as consistent for him. So you just look fastball.
There's a breaking ball. 2-2 now. Reaching for this one, little bouncer back to the mound. There's the third out of the third. The Angels do tack on a run on the Crone sac fly. We'll head to the bottom of the third. The Angels leading at 4-0, and Eric Ibar remains red hot.
Every pitch he's made a mistake with has been crushed by Eric Ibar.
We're talking about on Monday, it's the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup Final. United States versus Japan. Coverage begins at 2 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, only on Fox. Then at 3:30, watch Game 3 between the Angels and the Rangers right here on Fox Sports West while streaming the World Cup live on Fox Sports Go.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
Consolation game today went to England, defeating Germany 1-0. Germany, the #1 team.
Yeah. Impressive for England to be able to win that, the women.
Didn't work out for Germany.
No.
They went home.
Nice comeback, though, for England to be able to win that game today.
Top of the order for Texas here in the third inning. Odor, Rua, and Fielder against Hector Santiago. Trout underneath this fly ball, make the catch, and there's the first out. Odor 1 for 2. He had singled in the first.
Good breaking ball to get him out in front.
Left fielder, Ryan Rua.
Rua 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center. Misses low, 2 balls, no strikes. Three-0. Rua's 17th round pick in 2011 by Texas of Lake Erie College. Three and 1. That's in Painesville, Ohio. He's an Ohio boy. 28 games last year with Texas. Couple of home runs, 14 runs batted in. He pulls this one to short. Off the chest of Ibar, and no play. That ball jumped up and hit Eric square in the chest.
That ball was hit hard. Rua's got good power. We saw it last night going the other way. They got Eric pretty good. Tough play. Tough hop. Great in position.
May have hit him slightly below the chest here.
Good idea for Chris Iannetta to have a conversation with Hector.
Yeah, I'm sure
Eric
Ibar
they really appreciate the smiles back there. They're going, you all right? Yeah. Yeah, really? Yeah. All right, I'm good. Let's not bring attention to it.
Chest area, general vicinity.
Yeah, somewhere in that spot.
Not so much here or here.
It's like that here. Tommy Boy moment.
Exactly. Here's Fielder. Fly ball to center in the first. Eric is charged with an error, by the way. He's 8th. 46th on the season for the Angels. Popped him up. Shallow left. 2 outs.
Jammed him on a high fastball. That's the thing that's made Hector so special this year is his ability to pitch inside to both lefties and righties.
He's really done a nice job. And while he may not have a whole lot of decisions, 8 to be exact, he was 6th in the American League in batting average against. 214. Another thing that stands out for me too is you start talking about advanced metrics. Babbitt batting average, balls in play. He's got the 2nd lowest in the American League, behind Dallas Keuchel. This one's driven out to center. Trout racing back to the wall and will make the catch. Mike Trout, a terrific jump off the bat, makes the catch for the 2nd out.
What a play by Trouty, able to go back on that baseball and run it down at the wall. The man can do it all.
Halos here. Giavotella, Calhoun, and Trout to face Wandy Rodriguez, who's allowed 7 hits, 4 runs so far. Halos have left 5 men on base, including the bases loaded in the second. Johnny 1 for 2, a single with an RBI. Bounces third. Beltre spins around, fires to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. Fans, the Angels will take on the Red Sox July 18th at 6:05, and fans in attendance will receive a Nitto Eco Bag, courtesy of Nitto Tire, while supplies last. Purchase tickets at the stadium box office or online. Cole Calhoun with a single and a sac fly. 41 runs batted in.
See how he's guiding that breaking ball too. Isn't that a good feel for it? Between that and his changeup.
Good breaking ball from Rodriguez. 1-2.
Likes to try to go upstairs with a fastball after a breaking ball.
There's 1 walk, probably 2 walks, 1 strikeout tonight. And the breaking ball.
Cole tracked that one very well.
Wandy the last couple of seasons with the Pirates, last year limited because of an inflammation in his knee. They're signing with Atlanta before spring training. Full count. It worked out to the Rangers' benefit at the very least because of the struggles that they had at that time. Yu Darvish going down. Eventually Derek Holland went down, still down.
Saw him today with a bit of a knee brace on.
That is driven out toward right field. Going back on it is Shin-Soo Choo. He's at the wall. Gone. A big fly for Cole Calhoun. 8th of the year. Makes it 5-0 Angels.
Boy, we got another breaking ball. This time it was upstairs. And what a swing by Cole. He likes hitting in this ballpark. We said it last night. 2 hits already today, including that home run. 41 RBI, 8 home runs on the season for Cole Calhoun. Kind of spinning up there. Stayed back, loaded that back leg well. Was fooled initially, but kept his hands back, and then lower part of his body drives it out to right field for Cole.
Six RBIs in the first 2 games of this series for Calhoun.
He likes hitting this yard. I see a lot of hitters like hitting in this yard.
One ball, 2 strikes. Trout 0 for 1, a ground out. The first, a walk in the second.
Wandy Rodriguez does not like pitching in this yard. Likes pitching on the road. I mentioned that earlier. Great numbers on the road. ERA in the low 2s, 5-0.
That's in off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Can you imagine if you just were able to work your rotation to where guys that pitch well at home pitched at home, the other guys out on the road? Trout flares this one out towards shallow right center. Odor drifting out will make the catch. 2 outs.
Boy, Dick Hauser, when he was our manager in Kansas City, all our right-handed pitchers would always pitch in Fenway, and all the lefties we had in our rotation would pitch in New York, and he made sure he finagled that rotation around where we never pitched in New York unless absolutely had to. Those 3 lefties we had with Bud Black and Charlie Liebrandt, Danny Jackson. Every once in a while, it didn't matter with Danny Jackson. You could pitch him in any ballpark with that slider he had. He would pitch on occasion at Fenway Park, but he tried to split that up. And of course, we were all hoping never to pitch in the Metrodome back in those days. That was not a fun place to pitch. Even when even when you made a good pitch, fly ball, you see the outfielders putting their hands up. I have no idea. No idea where that's going. And a quick infield.
Best part of the Metrodome was the PA announcing.
Yes. And the air conditioning, especially when it's blowing out when they were hitting. Allegedly, of course.
Albert fouls that one back into Corporate. And again, Albert just can't lay off that pitch up and in. It's nowhere near the strike zone. Albert has struggled his career against Wandy Rodriguez. 0 for 2 tonight.
The pattern, curveballs down and in, cutters up and in.
Pulled foul. Albert skies went foul.
Just trying to get that cutter before it gets on that off the inside part of the plate. That was a little closer to the inside corner. But still, not one of those cutters have been close to a strike. The fan gets a baseball on the 4th.
Got a piece of it. Count remains full at 3-2. 5-0 Angels. Cole Calhoun, his 8th home run of the season. 1 out here, the 4th, adding to the Angels' lead. And that is ripped foul. Heads up. Boy, that vendor right there. I mean, he turned back at the exact time that ball was coming his way, and he ducked out of the way.
He's not slowing down.
No.
He has more energy now. Smiles. Yeah.
Breaking ball, and he walked him. If he was dragging a little bit, he's not anymore.
No, he's ready to roll. Check out our leaders here. Thank you by Mercedes-Benz as far as home runs in Angel history on the 4th of July. Torrey Hunter with 4. Jack Howe with 3. Most hits. GA with 17. Brian Downing with 12. Torrey Hunter had 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, and that's in 5 games on the 4th wearing that Angel uniform.
Eric Ibar takes inside. Ibar 2 for 2, a single and a double, 2 runs scored. He has reached his last 8 consecutive plate appearances. Career high for him, and it's the most for an Angels shortstop since at least 1974. Two and one.
A lot of pitches thrown in this game for Rodriguez. 25 already this inning. 83 in the game.
Outside. 3 balls and a strike. Three one. Called strike. Full count now. Pujols will be on the move. Freeze on deck. There goes down. 3-2 line to left field. Moving back on it is Ruam. He will put it away for the 3rd out. So the streak is snapped.
That was right on the line,
no
though.
doubt.
Wow.
He falls 1 shy of tying Benji Molina for the team record. But the Angels tack on. Home run by Cole Calhoun makes it 5-0 Angels. 8-0 as we celebrate the birth of our country today with the help of some Angels players and coaches. Here are some very important words to remember on this 4th of July.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal,
that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights,
that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Appreciate the guys helping out before the game, including the guy on the mound. Hope you're enjoying your 4th of July.
Definitely one of my favorite holidays.
No balls and 2 strikes here on Mitch Moreland. He'll be followed by Elvis Anderson, Shin-Soo Choo. Reaching for that one, fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. '60th pitch of the night for Santiago is 1 strikeout and 1 walk. 2 hits allowed. This one toward the seats and out of play.
And so far in this game, Chris Ianetti's done a nice job as far as setting up a target. He wanted that fastball away. Got that fastball away, even a baseball or 2 off the outside corner, especially being ahead of the count. And Hector's following the leader there with Chris Iannetti behind the plate.
This is popped up, shallow left. Ibar going out, calling for it. 1 away. 8 fly ball outs for Hector Santiago.
I was going to say that he is a fly ball pitching machine. He's had 1 ground ball out.
As I mentioned earlier about his walk rate, the lowest of his career, his line drive rate allowed is also at the lowest point of his career, which has helped him out tremendously. Obviously, with the batting average of balls in play being lower because of that, the more line drives, the more opportunities for hits to occur. But he's limited that, and a lot of it has to do again with that pitching in on righties.
Yeah, he's pitched in and then forces swings like that on pitches away.
2 down.
So he's pitched perfectly. Fastballs in, hard in. Back-to-back fastballs in. It'll go something soft away, and then hitters out in front off the end of the bat, just like that one. Or pop-ups, lazy fly ball outs. Well played by David Freese on that one.
One-zero count on Chu, who singled in the second. This one out toward left. Robertson moving to his left and now has to veer back. Reach back across his body and make the catch.
He's looking up that bank of lights, right into that lights. Just kind of ran to its zone and made a play.
Brought to you by the Dodge Charger with an EPA estimated 31 highway miles per gallon. This car was made for driving in California. Visit Dodge.com. By AT U-verse, more live channels on the go than cable. And by Nissan. This 4th of July, save big during Nissan's Free to Choose event. Bonus cash ends soon. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Top of the 5th, Angels on top 5-0 on this 4th of July. Hope you're enjoying, or you have enjoyed your day. Still enjoying it. The Angels and the Rangers, like every team in Major League Baseball, wearing the stars on their unis today. Stars and stripes, if you will. I've been asked a couple of times on Twitter today about the American flag on the right patch, on the right shoulder, I should say. This one fouled off the right, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Someone asking me, why is the flag reversed? And just to explain it, if you go to usflag.org, it'll clearly explain it to you. But it says the starfield faces forward always. Or to the flag's own right. When worn in this manner, the flag is facing to the observer's right and gives the effect of the flag flying in the breeze as the wearer moves forward. The appropriate replica for the right shoulder sleeve is identified as the reverse side flag. So that's why.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it looks as it does as Freese goes down looking for the first down. It's a good question.
I really like
sense.
I like the uniforms. I like what they're doing in baseball today. But did Bryce Harper have a bat today with the American flag on the bat?
It looked really cool. I was watching that game earlier today. Boy, that game did not start well for Madison Bumgarner.
No, it didn't. But as usual, he stuck around for a while in that game.
Yep.
But Bryce Harper's having some kind of season. See him in that All-Star game, I'm sure.
No balls, 2 strikes on Chris Iannetta. A single and a walk, intentional walk. 8 hits for the Angels, 2 for Texas. Inside.
He likes that cut fastball in off the plate against right-handed batters. Usually that means he's going to do 1 or 2 things now against Chris Iannetta. That slow curveball down and in, or a cut fastball in.
Jammed him. Cal remains at 2-2. Crone on deck. Hales with 3 in the 2nd and solo runs in the 3rd and 4th. Houston lost today 6-1 at Fenway Park.
I call it an incomplete game for Boston.
Cue shot, first base side. Moreland bobbles in, and Iannetta will reach. Had a lot of spin on it. He kind of gave up on it too instead of continuing to charge that slow roller.
And it looked like he was thinking that maybe hoping that Wandy Rodriguez would get that baseball, but as a lefty, kind of fall a little bit towards the third base side. It's going to be a long throw. It's going to be a close play, regardless if he has a handle of the baseball.
You got to call corner pocket with that shot.
Yes.
That goes as an infield base hit.
And when you're looking for base hits, you'll take that.
No doubt.
So 3 times on base today for Chris.
This one's popped up. Moreland into foul territory. Makes the catch. 2 down. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. 2 outs and a man on for Daniel Robertson, who's 0 for 2. Popped out to Moreland and bounced one back to the mound. Watching that Houston Astros score earlier. Seattle got shut out by Oakland 2-0.
That was King Felix on the hill taking a loss for Seattle.
And Graveman on the mound for Oakland.
He's got that power sinker.
Ground ball to short. They'll go the short way. Force out Iannetta. The Angels are done here in the 5th. They'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Still, Angels on top. Cincinnati for the Midsummer Classic with home field advantage for the World Series on the line. Our coverage of the 2015 MLB All-Star Game begins July 14th at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox. Streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Cincinnati, where the baseball flies.
Having a great 4th of July here. Packed house. They are awaiting the fireworks after the game. The Angels have had some fireworks in this ballgame as they did last night, leading at 5-0. You were in the last All-Star game in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was fun.
Nice, cool turf.
Oh,
right?
yeah, it was very
Riverfront?
comfortable. Very comfortable. Remember Andre Dawson, that line drive, and basically took the glove right off my hand.
Yeah.
Literally, right off my hand. The Hawk.
What year was that? 88?
88.
Let's see, how old was I?
32?
No, I was already in college. 32, yeah. I wish, right? One ball, 2 strikes on Carlos Corporate. Steinbach go deep in that game.
Yeah, he won the MVP. Look back.
Wearing the white shoes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everyone used to wear the white shoes back then in the All-Star game.
Yeah, they did.
You know what? The first person I remember doing that, now it may have been done before this, but the 1979 All-Star game was in Seattle at the Kingdome. Gary Carter. I think he may have won the MVP that game, but I remember him wearing white shoes. Dave Parker had a great throw from right field.
Yes. I got to face the late great Hall of Famer Gary Carter in that game in Cincinnati.
The kid. Corporate goes down for the first out. Second strikeout for Hector.
Well, I remember in that game too, where it was a close game. At that point, the American League hadn't won in forever. It seemed to be. Dan Plesac came in and struck out Darryl Strawberry because I was thinking of the white shoes. And Plesac seemed like he was throwing about 150 miles an hour at that point. And he punched out Darryl Strawberry, and we were all pumped up in the dugout there because at that point, if you were on the American League club, you wanted to beat the National League in the worst way possible. And at that point, the National League you didn't feel like they respected the American League. It was always the junior circuit, all that conversation. But that was a lot of fun. That turned it around for the American League.
This one lifted out toward right center field. Cole racing over to his right. Martini the second out here in the fifth. And my dad tells stories of the All-Star games and having the back then with the two leagues, you had two team or league presidents. They would come in and have the conversation, the rah-rah conversation before the games with their teams. Basically beat the living snot out of the other guys.
Oh, yeah. And Tom Kelly was our manager that year at that point on a world championship in '87 with the Twins. He was pretty animated. And then Tony La Russa was the next year in Anaheim. He was even more so. So it was, you wanted to win that game. It wasn't, even though it was an exhibition game, it was not. And I remember even Tony Gwynn was on that National League side, and you had Bobby Bonilla and Vince Coleman. I mean, that National League side was loaded. Will Clark.
Toward the left field corner. Long run for Robertson racing over. He dives, can't get it. It's a fair ball. It'll rattle to the corner. Odor will stop at second. A double for Rougned Odor. With 2 outs.
Almost another unbelievable catch from Robertson down in that corner. See how close that baseball came to the line. Almost dove and caught it. Full extension on the dive, just away from his glove. It's up quickly to make sure Odor did not get to third base. Good effort though by Robertson.
Second hit of the night for Odor, the third for Texas. Odor's 8th of the year. So 2 outs and a man in scoring position. Here's Ryan Rua. 0 for 2. 0-1 count. Hector certainly settled down after a long first inning. 25 pitches in that first. The man was a little bit of an issue, but he's done a nice job since that point. Oh, 2 count now. Check swing. They want an appeal. Didn't go.
Almost chased that high fastball. Makes you think for a young hitter when you're on the mound now, if you're Hector, you can try to expand the strike zone, see if you get him to swing at a pitch in the dirt or above the letters.
.81 pitches now. 52 have been strikes. Two-out double by Rougned Odor. The man in scoring position. Two-two pitch. This did full count. Couple swings that fielders had tonight. I think you want to keep him in the on-deck circuit. Not have him come up with a couple of men on.
Yeah, this is an important out right here for Hector.
Payoff on the way. Rua fouls it off.
Even though it seems like a comfortable lead, 5-0 here in the 5th. With Rua up, on base, you got Prince, who's had some good swings not only tonight, but throughout his career against Hector. Especially when you got ahead of the count here against Rule at 0-2 to start with, and all of a sudden it's a full count.
Swing and a miss, got him. Third strikeout of the night for Hector Santiago. 5 complete, 5-0 Angels.
Jake Cron, base hit, back up the middle, scoring a run, and then Johnny G with a single, scoring another run, 3-run, second inning. Cole Calhoun has had himself a game once again today here in Arlington, a home run. Hector Santiago has been throwing the ball very, very well. Change up there to get through last inning. That's what I talked about, his change up being an important pitch. Very good at 82 mile an hour. Get a swing and miss to get through that last inning.
Halos leading at 5-0 as we start this 6th inning. New pitcher on for the Texas Rangers. It's our in and out, who's in, who's out. Wandy Rodriguez is done. Spencer Patton takes over. 7th game this year at the major league level. No record of 4.05 ERA. Came over from the Kansas City Royals last year in a trade for Jason Frazier. Patton will face the top of the order here in Giavotella, Calhoun, and Trout. No balls are strike. Giavotella 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Wandy Rodriguez charged with the 5 runs all earned, 5 innings, 9 hits, including the home run to Calhoun, 2 strikeouts and 3 walks. Trying to go to Tardy on that fastball, 0-2. Good miss by much. 1-2. This is line to first. Moreland is there, 1 away.
You know, as a hitter, you want to hit. That's what you want to see from Johnny Giavotella, that line drive. Keep the ball on the ground, line drives. Very important for Johnny Giavotella.
So 1 out for Cole. 2 for 2, a single and a home run, a sac fly, 2 RBIs tonight. Says something about the continuity in the lineup. The first 2 games of the series, 13 runs, just 1 long ball tonight, or this first 2 games, I should say. It happened tonight. That's kind of what you want to see from an offense. You know the long ball will be there throughout the course of the season. It's been too much of a reliance on that long ball.
Exactly. It's been a big reason why they've been over 500, that and the pitching staff. You got to have that continuity, those base hits, those big innings. Mike Scioscia talked about that yesterday in some questions asked. He just said he wants more guys on base, for guys better opportunities to drive in guys with scoring position. That was an issue obviously coming into this series. So far it's been pretty solid.
Scioscia didn't like that call on Cole Calhoun, but they got the bottom part of the strike zone. Todd Tichenor, he'll stare down. 3-1. That's a strike.
Now that one was not in the strike zone. The pitch before, yeah, that one, no.
Three-2 on the way. There's ball 4. Corporate tried to bring it back in, so it's a walk. Cole's been on board 3 times tonight.
Now it's time for AT Universal Rewind back to last year on the 4th. Mike Trout, the walk-off. Tony sick. Trouty crushed that one. Strolls in the home for some fireworks on the 4th. Walk-off variety for Mike Trout.
Trout will look at a strike. 0 for 2 tonight with a ground down to pop up. He's also drawn a walk. Oh, 1. Patton, a 24th round pick by the Royals, 2011 at a Southern Illinois University. Foul back. Isn't that where Hall of Famer Denny Matthews, did he go to school there?
Southern Illinois? Yeah, you're right.
He's from Illinois, right?
Yes, yes.
Long-time radio voice of the Kansas City Royals. Fouled off. Another foul off to the right. Calvin makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nothing says cool down like the wave.
No, there's no doubt. It creates that cool breeze.
Yeah.
There's no doubting that. See how comfortable everyone is after they do that?
It's slowing down.
Oh, yeah.
It's cute the first time around. They're gassed now. That hit him. Off-speed pitch, got away. So Walker now hit by pitch. Puts 2 men on for Albert.
Off speed just turns his body. It's a tricep area. Probably hurt the baseball more than it hurt Trout knowing him.
At one point, we're going to have to get a StatCast configuration of the ricochet effect.
Yeah.
On a hit by pitch.
That went a long way off his arm. That's how strong he is.
Quick redirection, that's for sure.
Yes.
Albert 0 for 2. That almost gets Albert.
So far, this baseball goes off the tricep. Look how far that went away. Now that hits us, it goes straight down. Trouty goes into the dugout.
Because we're bad-bodied.
Yes. And proud.
1-1. Is it John Crucky? Did he say that you can't pull fat?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Crucky's awesome. His
never get hurt.
No.
Can't pull a muscle if you don't have any.
No.
I think it was John Cruck.
If not, he would probably say it or repeat it.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Could have been David Wells saying the same thing. David Wells loved to say those type of things. Boomer.
Two on. 3 balls and strikes get by Corporate, and that will advance the base runners. So Calhoun to third and Trout to second now. And if they walk Pujols here, with 1 out. Although Ibar's been red hot.
Yeah. That's what Albert needs. Somebody behind him as hot as Eric Ibar is to get some pitches to drive.
Infield in. 3-1. Albert pulls one down the line. That's a fair ball. That'll bring home 2. Beltre got out of the way of Trout. Albert trying to go to second, and he is safe at second. A high tag by Rougned Odor. And it's a 7-0 Angels lead.
And with the infield in, Albert got an all-speed pitch, inner half of the plate, tucked his hands in and got the barrel of the bat out. Pulled a little bit on the speed, but right down the line. Giving him now 51 RBI, 12th double. Although they may take a look at it, see if that tag was applied. Oh, it's going to be close.
Jeff Bannister's out to talk things over with Todd Tichenor.
Milwaukee had a real good view.
A lot of standing around here. Mike Maddox is out standing around.
If he keeps his foot on the base, it looks like he's going to be saved. A lot of conversations going on, but nothing is going on.
Oh, the Rangers really taking a lot of time here. It looks like they might challenge it. And they are. Now a conversation here. I wonder why Todd Tichenor is having that long conversation with Bannister. There was 1 out, right? It's not like it was a 3rd out or a potential 3rd out tag play in the run, and you're worried about the run at home. The run scores regardless if he's out.
Exactly. Mike Sochi wants to know if that is indeed a challenge requested by Bannister.
We're waiting to hear. Call at second is safe. And he stands right now. Either way, it'll be a 2 RBI single at worst for Albert.
51 RBI on the season for the machine.
Tim Welke and Tim Timmons. The two on the headset.
Sure looked like Albert got his foot in before Odor applied the tag. No matter if he maintained contact with the base, though.
And where was the tag applied? Was it on that right leg or on the back leg?
It sure looked like Tim Welke was in great position. You see him right there to be able to see. I mean, he was right in great position to see if the tag was applied before Albert got his foot in.
Yeah, I guess maybe the other thing was the tag still on the leg as Albert popped up on the way.
Yeah, we saw that at home.
Slide.
Remember with Albert. And Albert's saying exactly where he was tagged. But again, Albert's going to say he was safe for sure anyhow. He's not going to say to the guys, hey, you know what, I think he got it.
Safe at second, so the Rangers without challenges now. So it's a double for Albert for Pujols' 12th double of the season. And now Maddox will pay a visit. I'm not sure why Maddox wasn't allowed to go out and have this conversation beforehand. I mean, why wait till the challenge is done? It's a mound visit regardless. We want to talk about moving the game along. Maddox takes forever on the mound. There's a pitching coach. And Eric Ibar will spin around here from the left side for the first time tonight with a man in scoring position. 7-0 Angels here in the 6th inning. Eric 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and a fly ball to left.
Well, another game with double figures as far as hits. 10 hits in the game for the Halos. Talked about that last night in the opening. How this club has played extremely well in this ballpark, especially swinging the bat. They have so in the first 2 games.
Eric lined out to left field in the 4th inning. First time he's been put out in this series. Had reached safely 8 straight plate appearances. Fell 1 shy of tying Benji Molina's team record of 9. That was back in 01. Major League record is 12 straight plate appearances reaching safely. Eric with a single, a double, that liner to left. 2 runs scored. 2-0. There are 3 guys that hold the record at 12. Walt Dropo is one of them. Pinky Higgins another.
Some great names.
And Johnny Kling. And I can't make that up.
Johnny Kling.
Those are the 3 guys that hold the Major League Baseball record for 12 straight up plate appearances reaching safely.
You didn't make any of those names up.
Dropo, a Kling, and a Pinky. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pujols at second. Fouled off.
He's got that batting average up now to 278.
Two down the line. That's a fair ball. 3rd hit of the game for Ibar. He'll get the second. It's an RBI double. Make it 8-0 Angels. He is on fire.
And that's why Albert's getting some pitches to swing at. That protection behind him. What, last 14 games, well over 400 now for Eric Ibar. Now it's time for our top tier play of the game, brought to you by Arco. Another perfect swing. We talked about it in the opening, how he's using the entire field, doing it once again. That is a good pitch away. Just slaps it right down the left field line for another double. Second double of the game, 14th of the season for Eric Ibar.
Got fouled back into Carlos Corcoran. He's got tied up on that fastball. Ibar with 2 doubles tonight. 14 on the season, and RBI is 26th. Freeze 1 for 3. Texas with action in their bullpen. Patton has thrown 29 pitches so far.
It's great to see those smiles in that dugout. Of course, Dino's right involved in there.
2-1 count. Ross Detweiler is up and loosening. He pitched last night, the lefty. That hit Freeze. Second hit batter of the inning.
Catcher Chris Iannetta.
There's the lefty getting ready. So 2 on, 1 out. Here's Chris Iannetta. 2 for 2. 2 singles, a run scored, and a walk. Imitation, the finest form of flattery.
Yes. Very nice.
Light wave happening here on 4th of July. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two. Boy, imagine Mark Burley pitching in this ballpark with these twinkling lights. He at one time suggested that the Rangers were signaling pitches from the office building out in center field with some sort of lights. There's a called strike 3, 2 outs.
Pretty tough to determine what pitch are coming here now.
Yeah, he would be out of his mind right now with all these twinkling lights.
This is pretty amazing.
There are right above the batter's eye here, straight away center field. They're basically concourse lights, and you can see them underneath the arch on center field. You're saying that they would go off based on pitches.
I know it didn't take any time to throw the ball if you're Burley, that's for sure.
No
How they would even be able to determine what pitcher put it down.
C.J. Crone gets into one, a deep left field. Rua back, that's gone. A big fly for C.J. Crone. 3rd of the season. 11-0 Angels.
And now part of a 6-run 6th inning. 6 runs yesterday in the 2nd, 6 here in the 6th. This offense is rolling. 3rd home run of the season for C.J. Crone. Now 11 RBI. He'll make that 12 RBI on the season. That's a good stride to the baseball. Talking to Paul Sorrento about C.J. Crone today, what he looks for. He's looking for that stride to get that foot down first before he's getting that bat through the zone. Certainly did on that pitch.
Spencer Patton is done. Went 2/3 of an inning and gives up 6 runs. A pitching change. We're still in the 6th inning. 11-0 Halos. 11-0 Angels. Career high 5 runs batted in. The Angels at DH. And you talk about 4th of July, 11 runs, 12 hits tonight. Previous 7 games on the 4th of July, 7.3 runs per game.
They like hitting on the 4th, averaging 13 hits. These last 7 games on the 4th of July.
So should Dino Evil, looking at the lineup card, more than likely talking about the changes, pulling some starters out. Never know in this ballpark, but the odds are we'll see most of the starters, the big boys, come out. Detweiler delivers a strike on Daniel Robertson. 9th man to bat here in the 6th. Robertson 0 for 3. Detweiler 0 for 5, I should say. 7.08 ERA. Pitched last night. 1 inning, had 1 strikeout. Robertson, looper out to shallow right. Odor can't get there. It'll fall in for a base hit.
So Robertson joins the hit parade.
Second baseman Johnny Giovanni.
Givatella led off this inning with a liner to Moreland. He's had a 1 for 4 game. The only starter without a hit tonight, Mike Trout. Although he was hit by a pitch.
And walk. But that's the thing. It's that's the thing that's impressive about this effort. Mike Trout and Albert Pujols pretty much have carried this team offensively the whole year. And Mike Trout without a hit in this game yet. The club has scored 11. That's a good sign for the Angels.
This one down the right field line, slicing away from Shin-Soo Choo, and goes into the slide, misses it, and it's a fair ball. It'll go into the corner. Johnny Giavotella will be called back to second. Apparently a fan must have touched it, or it went into the seats. We lose track here. It's a blind spot for us. Otherwise, you're talking about a Little League home run.
This goes into the slide. And it looked like he just flat didn't catch it. It didn't even hit his glove. And right on the chalk and into the stands.
12-0 Angels.
Should be a double.
And then, so it's 11-0. Robertson ends up at third base. There's a double. So it saves a run for Texas with that ball going out of play. Giavatella's 12th double now. So second and third, 2 outs, and here is Cole Calhoun. A single, a sac fly, a home run, and a walk. 2 RBIs tonight for Cole.
It was fair.
Back up the middle, under the glove. Andrews to his left has it, though. Throws out Calhoun, and that'll end it for the Angels. Halos drop a 6 spot. They lead at 11-0 going to the bottom of the 6th. change for the Angels defensively as Taylor Featherston takes over at shortstop for Eric Ibar. Hector Santiago back to work here in the 6th, and he'll face fielder Beltre and Moreland, 3, 4, and 5 for Texas.
14 hits for the Halos tonight with 11 runs.
That's 29 hits combined in the first 2 games of the series. First time we've seen that this year that I can recall. Outbursts like this in back-to-back games. 2 balls, no strikes.
And it's really the guys who are just using the entire field. It's not like they're hitting home runs down the lines. A lot of base hits up the middle, a lot of base hits the other way. Extra base hits the other way.
3 balls, no strikes. The other couple of fly ball outs. There's a strike.
Good to see Hector getting right back after Prince Fielder attacking him. You want to try to keep that same focus you had to start the game when it was 0-0.
Chopper to short. Featherston has it. Nice job by Santiago, falling behind 3-0 to get back into the count. 1 down. And the Junior Angels Kids Club is still accepting members for the season. For just $18, members will receive an exclusive Junior Angels shirt, 4 ticket vouchers. First in line for Kids Run the Bases, and that right there pays for itself.
Oh, no question.
And more. Visit angels.com/Junior Angels to purchase your kit today. First in line, are you kidding me? Fast pass, brother.
That's cool.
Oh, the fast pass.
No, that is the best thing ever.
How much and where do I sign up?
Yes, yes, please.
Beltre 0 for 1 with a walk. Swinging the bat a little bit better tonight than he did last night against Garrett Richards, but then again, much different repertoire on the mound.
Especially lefty going against him. He's got good numbers in his career against Hector, including 3 home runs against him. So he's holding on to the bat a little bit longer through his swing as compared to last night.
Chopper to short. Featherston has it. 2 down.
Need some work right away coming into the game for Eric Ibar. TCU product. Not too far from here.
This one pulled toward first. 1 hopper. Santiago covering. Beats Moreland in a 1-2-3 shutdown inning. 6 in the books. All Angels tonight once again. fresh chicken with no antibiotics. By Mercury Insurance, on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by Hyundai, the 4th of July sales event is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Beautiful shot across Mark Holt's Lake here in Arlington. Globe Life Park, game 2 of this 3-game set on this 4th of July. The Halos have the bats on fire. Fireworks during the game, fireworks expected after the game. 11-0 as we start the 7th. Trout, Pujols, and Ibar here. Or pardon me, Featherston in the 7th inning to face Deadweiler. Check swing foul. Trout hitless tonight. 0 for 2. The walk and hit by pitch. He's also scored a run.
And a couple real good plays defensively out in center field.
Breaking ball against Trout for the first down here in the 7th.
First baseman Albert Pujols.
Albert 1 for 3. Doubled home 2 runs in the 2nd. Pardon me, in the 6th, I should say. Albert now with the 2 RBIs, 1,654 RBIs in his career, 28th all time. Fouls this one off to the right. Sammy Sosa next at 27. Gary Sheffield 26th.
Well, Sheffield had some serious bat speed.
One-two count. Sheffield not bad for an 18-year-old shortstop. Yeah, Milwaukee Brewers. This is out to right, playable for Chu. 2 outs. That, my friends, the first time tonight that the Rangers have retired the first 2 batters to start an inning.
It's pretty impressive. We're in the 7th inning right now. For that to happen finally, if you're on the Rangers side as far as their pitching staff.
Featherston fouls it off. .49th game for Taylor. 7 for 55. That's a 127 batting average. Has a home run and 4 RBIs. Also a couple of doubles. Evens up the count. One and 2. Another fantastic performance so far for Hector Santiago. 6 shutout innings, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. regardless of what happens. And one would hope with an 11-run lead that it would be his 5th win overall. This is just the exclamation point as far as making an All-Star team.
Yeah, you talked about it last night. I talked about it on the pregame show today. There's no doubt he should be considered in serious consideration for what he's done so far this year for that All-Star team.
Featherston strikes out. The Angels go down in order. 7th inning stretch time here in Arlington. The Angels leading at 11-0. We're going to stay here for the singing of God Bless America. Here's Chuck Morgan.
The servicemen and women who are serving our country at home and around the world. Please welcome back, performing God Bless America tonight, Sergeant Polk from the Arlington, Texas Police Department.
That I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Hector Santiago back out on the mound. Only defensive change for the Angels. Efren Navarro takes over at first base for Albert. Soon next inning, you will see Mike Trout out of the game. Maybe David Freese. Who knows? We'll see what Mike Scioscia has in store. Elvis Andrus swinging first pitch. This one out toward right.
Well, you love those swings, early swings, especially as you get later in the game at a significant lead by your opponent. You're on the mound, you want an opportunity to potentially finish it up.
Well, so far, everything that we talked about early on played out. Wandy Rodriguez, the starter for Texas, has struggled mightily here in this ballpark this season at 5 starts, 0-3 with a 7.11 ERA. He ended up going 5 innings, but he gave up 5 runs on 9 hits. And Hector's pitched well against Texas in this ballpark, and he continues that tonight. 6 1/3 strong innings.
A lot of swings off the end of the bat. Pitched inside. Good change of speeds away. Never really settle into one pattern. I think that's, even when I talked to Garrett Richards yesterday, what they've been trying to do as a staff is not following the same patterns against batters their second, third time through. They change it up. Hector has done it tonight. Garrett certainly did it last night.
Garrett picking up his 9th win last night, 9-5 on the year. Santiago looking for his 5th win. Next pitch will be his 100th of the ball game, more than likely done after this inning. Full count.
100 pitches. First couple of innings. Total of 46 pitches for Hector. He tried to get comfortable on the mound. After they got through that second inning, very comfortable.
Bouncer to first. Navarro has it. 2 outs. Most pitches he's thrown in a game this year, 124. That was at Fenway Park back on May 24th. Took the loss in Nowens, giving up 3 runs. He's got some run support tonight. Two outs, nobody on. Carlos Corcoran, the catcher, coming up. 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a strikeout. Oh, 1 count. This game did start, by the way, at 8:05 local time. No delay. That was the actual start time for this game. The Rangers just trying something out. Next Saturday, I think they have another 8:05 start.
Tell you what, even at 100 pitches, Hector is still locating his fastball. That first pitch incorporated was a fastball inside at 90, right on the corner.
He's popped up. Shallow center field. Mike Trout coming in. Wide to the 8th with the Angels in control.
Rangers as we head into the 8th inning. Thanks to 14 more hits tonight. Kent French with you. Don't forget, following this one, myself and Jose Mota are going to break it down for you on Angels Live Postgame, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. But guys, in the spirit of the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest on Coney Island this afternoon, well, by the way, Joey Chestnut, he was dethroned. It was Matt Stoney putting down 62 dogs in 10 minutes. I will bring you the Frenchipedia hot dog fact of the night.
Nice.
Did you know that the 4th of July is the biggest hot dog holiday in the U.S.?
Had no idea, but if you suck down that dog right now, you will be the new Megatoad.
I've had this since the 3rd inning. It's not
So
going
what?
anywhere.
Show me what you're made of, Frenchie.
Will you let me give you the fact?
No.
155 million hot dogs are consumed on this day alone.
Wow.
Well, add one more.
Add
Come
one
on,
more.
Frenchie.
Fine.
Show us what you're
One
made
more.
of. Oh, what
nice.
is that? That's a girly bite.
I broke my tooth.
You're a
I'm done,
hockey
fellas.
player. You don't need it.
Back to you.
7-0 as we start the 8th inning. Megatoad Jr. reporting from down in the camera well. Deadweiler still on the mound. David Freese, the batter. Freese, Inetta, and Crone. Frenchipedia, huh?
Nice. Learn something new every day.
Foul that. Little flare down the right field line. Tails foul. Freese a 1-for-3 game with a single. Goodbye pitch. 2 runs scored. Tomorrow's a 6:05 Central Time start. That makes it 4:05 back home. 3:30 Angels live. C.J. Wilson going up against Colby Lewis. The finale of this 3-game set.
And the Angels have had some success against Colby Lewis, especially the last 5 decisions. Lost 5 in a row to the Halos, including an ERA just over 9.5 for Colby against the Angels.
Foul back to the right. Count remains full. And he walks him. Leadoff walk to David Freese. Will bring up Chris Inetta. Deadweiler came in the 6th inning, replacing Spencer Patton. Lasted just 2/3 of an inning, gave up 6 runs on 3 hits. Inetta with a couple of hits tonight, 2 singles, a strikeout, and an intentional walk. Santiago done after 7, it appears. The high fives from Mike Scioscia as he walked off. Lowered his ERA to 2.40.
Amazing what he has done. Now it's 16 starts. 10 of those 16 starts with 1 earned run or less for Hector. That's all-star quality stuff.
Cesar Ramos getting ready.
Again, it all just depends on how things play out. Player vote, how they fill out that roster. Figure Trout's going to get in regardless because of the vote. He'll be a starter. Albert's certainly deserving. And then you get to the pitchers. And the pitchers thing is the toughest thing. You got Houston Street and Hector Santiago. So you could get one guy that gets in, the other one doesn't.
Exactly.
Full count. Remember, tomorrow they will announce the starters, and then on Monday they will announce the pitchers as well as the reserves. New format this year. Iannetta draws the walk. So back-to-back free passes to start the 8th. It's been 2 games like that for Texas pitching.
And Mike Soch just talked about you want better on base percentage. And certainly he's got that in these 2 games.
No doubt. Angels came into the series with a .304 on base percentage as a team. Going to get it tonight, .306, and it certainly has gone up. 14 hits tonight, 15 hits last night.
5 walks. Hit pattern.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Couple hit. Yeah, that's right.
Crone shoots one down the right field line. This could be trouble, and that is fair. Up against the wall. 1 run is in. Stopped at third is Iannetta. C.J. Crone having a career day. 6th RBI of the night. And now a triple shy of the cycle.
I hear you. Pitch away, went with the pitch, right down the right field line. And just inside the chalk and off the wall. 6 RBI. What a game for C.J. Crone.
Robertson looks at a strike. 1 for 4 game for Daniel.
Make sure you mention C.J. Crone's dad tomorrow, okay?
Chris Crone?
Yes.
During that first at bat?
Yes. It's worked out well.
Nobody out here in the 8th. Runners at second and third. Couple of walks by Detweiler to put 2 on before Crone brought 1 in with the double. CJ's 5th double of the year. CJ came into tonight's game with 8 runs batted in. He's got 6 tonight.
That's a pretty good night.
Yeah.
Cole Calhoun had that big RBI night last night. He's going to have that one tomorrow night. The way they're swinging the bats here in this series so far.
A 3-run second inning opened it up for the Angels. Solo runs the 3rd and 4th, the 6th spot in the 6th, and now 1 here in the 8th. Dribbler up the third base line. That's going to go for an infield base hit. So they're loaded up for Johnny Giavitello.
See, bases loaded again.
I did. Here comes Maddox.
Second baseman Johnny Giavitello.
The lefty getting ready for Texas. Sam Freeman. 1-0 count. Giavotella, a couple of hits, a single and a double. 1 RBI. Bouncer stays near the batter's box. Evens a count at 1-1. Six RBIs for Crones. It's a season high for the Angels. Previous high with 5 RBIs in a game or more. It was Albert did that on June 19th at Oakland. This one's out to the alley in right center field. Long run from Leonis Martin. He'll get there. He'll make the catch. Iannetta will commit a score. And that makes it 13-0. Second RBI of the night for Giavotella, 29th of the season.
Cole Calhoun is coming to plate now, back in the 4th inning. It's Juani Rodriguez, got a breaking ball out over the plate and drives it out to right center field. His 8th home run of the season. Continues to swing the bat exceptionally well here in Texas.
Cole bounces this one to second. Odor to Andrews. Back to first, and it's a double play. The Angels tack on 2 more. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It's a Baker's dozen. 13-0 Angels. Changes for the Halos. Matt Joyce takes over in left field. Then moves Dan Robertson to center. Matt Joyce taking over there. Robertson in center field. That means Mike Trout no longer in the game. And Joyce will lead things off in the 9th. Cesar Ramos takes over on the mound for Hector Santiago. Ramos pitching his 32nd game. 2-0 mark and a 1.96 ERA. Scheduled to face 9-1-2 for Texas.
He's done a solid job in this now his 32nd game for Ramos. Fastball. Pretty consistent around that 88 to 90 range. Good sweep and break ball changeup for Ramos.
Leonis Martin, the center fielder, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly ball to right.
So far in this series, Richards and Santiago combined to go 14 2/3 innings pitched. Just 9 hits allowed, 1 run. Great starts by the both of them.
Continues a strong trend as far as the Angels pitching staff is concerned. Ramos falls behind here 2-0. Hector tonight 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, no runs. His ERA drops from 2.58 to 2.40 tonight. This one's pulled through the hole, and that's a leadoff single for Martin. Angel fans, it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag WestDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming Angels broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. Top of the order now, Rougned Odor.
He had 2 of the 3 hits against Hector.
Single and a double. Looks at a strike.
That's a 5 for 10 in his career versus Hector Santiago for Odor.
Slow roller foul. Breaking ball got him. Down goes Odor. 1 out.
Boy, a good slow breaking ball at 69 miles an hour. Odor unable to make contact. Had the big swing at it. But you can see how front hip opened up, could not make contact on that slow, good curveball from Ramos.
Here's Ryan Rule, the left fielder, 0 for 3 tonight. No balls, 2 strikes. 13 runs, 16 hits. That's a season high for the Angels. 1 error and 10 men left on base. No runs, 4 hits, 5 left on for Texas. Santiago looking for his 5th win. It's 1-2. Everything else is final. This is the only game that's still being played. That is inside. 2-2 now. Houston lost to Boston. Oakland shut out Seattle 2-0. Angels with a win would find themselves 4 back in the West. Going into tomorrow's finale here. And another off day on Monday before starting a 2-game set in Denver against the Rockies. 2-2. Brewer fouls it back. Full count. Prince Fielder's on deck. He's a DH. Looked like he went around, and he did. Rua called out on the swing. 2 outs.
The good off-speed pitch from Ramos. Second punch out in a row.
Martin still at first base, and Fielder up 0 for 3. Couple of fly ball outs and a ground out. Caesar this year has given up quite a few hits. Just look at overall batting average. 274 batting average against. Lefties have hit him to a 283 batting average. Seems to work out of trouble, though. This is lined towards second and goes by Giavatelli into right. Cole cuts it off. Martin stops at third. It's a single for Fielder. And the Rangers have runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Beltre coming up.
And that baseball was hit hard. Extremely hard by Fielder.
Hanser Alberto pinch running for Fielder at first.
Number 16, Hanser Alberto running at first base. Alberto at first.
Beltre an 0 for 2 game as Alberto will take second. No difference. In the dirt, nice block by Annetta. Sellout crowd tonight, but a lot, especially on right field, have since departed, considering the score. Wanting to wait around for the fireworks. It's in the dirt, gets away, but not far enough. 2 balls, 1 strike. The late start certainly doesn't help.
No, lower levels haven't left yet.
Yeah,
at least majority have not.
Two-one pitch. Beltre looks at a strike to even the count. Beltre somehow got a piece of that breaking ball. I noticed directly behind the right-hand batter's box.
As usual, Beltre smiling. The ball was behind his back leg and fouled it. Somehow got a piece of it. He definitely has some plate coverage.
Another 2-2. Beltre skies one to left. Matt Joyce moving to his right. We'll head to the ninth. The Angels leading Texas 13-0.
USA! USA! USA!
Welcome back out to Texas Globe Life Park here in Arlington. Game 2. Hope you've enjoyed your 4th of July. We're still out of here in the 9th inning. It's been all Angels, 13-0. And a new pitcher on to relief for Texas. Taking over for Ross Detweiler is none other than Sam Freeman. Angels with a season high 16 hits. On the heels of the 15 hits they had last night. 23rd game for Freeman, no record of .450 ERA. The Cardinals organization. Pitched 3 of the 4 games against the Orioles prior to this set against the Angels.
Got a good fastball, 92-96, slider, changeup.
Matt Joyce, Efren Navarro, and Taylor Featherston here in the 9th for the Angels. One and one. Freeman certainly does not waste a whole lot of time, that's for sure. Gets it and goes.
A better chance your defenders making good plays behind you when you're that quick throwing the baseball.
Full count. Haven't said that too often tonight. But a lot of them. Especially on the Rangers side. Joyce takes a called strike 3, 1 out.
Make sure you stay in this game because of how many position players left.
Looked like a pretty close pitch.
So should run it out there quickly to make sure he keeps Matt Joyce in the game.
Efren takes down and away. .257 average for Navarro. Took over at first base in the 7th inning for Albert. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two on. Down low. Long one tonight. Thankfully, a 6:05 start tomorrow.
C.J. Wilson on the mound. Colby Lewis on the mound for the Rangers.
Navarro shoots one past Andrews into left center. A base hit. Good piece of hitting by Efron. Puts a man on. It's Taylor Featherston coming up.
This is a nice job putting the ball in play. Elevated fastball. Just went with the pitch. Shot it by the shortstop.
Taylor struck out in his first plate appearance in the 7th inning. Long night for that man.
I was going to say, Clippers had a lot of work to do back behind the plate. A lot of pitches thrown his way. A lot of base runners running by him and scoring also.
Two-0. 3-0 now. Got the Captain America armor behind the plate. Freeze on deck. Grade 1. Trevor Gott getting ready for the Angels. He will pitch at the bottom of the 9th. Full count. Another great catch in the stands. Seen a lot of them tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly been a lot of fun here tonight. Great festivities before the game.
Taylor takes a called strike 3, 2 outs.
Third baseman David Freese.
One for 3 tonight for David. He scored 3 runs. 2 balls and no strikes. Freeman just falls behind everybody and then gets back into the count somehow.
Got a good enough fastball when you're rushing there low 90s. Get back in the counts.
3-0. 3-1. Right on cue.
Right back in the count, trying to get in there again.
There's a walk. So 2 on and 2 outs here in the 9th. Second walk that Freese has picked up. Now Iannetta will get an opportunity. Chris has been on board 4 times, 2 singles, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
Scored a couple runs himself.
Nice game for Iannetta. Nice game all around for the Angels offense with the 17 hits, 13 runs. Back-to-back games now in which they've had an inning. They've scored 6 runs in a frame. Last night with the 2nd inning. They started the scoring tonight in the 2nd inning as well, scoring 3, but then they took a 5-0 lead. Scored 6 in the 6th. Sending 11 men to the plate. Of cue shot. This one goes foul. Count remains at 1-2. That man has had a huge game. 6 runs batted in.
You know he wants another opportunity to swing the bat here tonight.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-2. Full count.
You can say full count.
So Cron might just get that opportunity to add to his 6 RBIs. Runners will take off, and Iannetta pops it up. Andrews will squeeze it. And C.J. Crow will fall a triple shy of the 7th. Well, ahead of the bottom of the 9th, 13-0 Angels. The 9th inning, Trevor Gott takes over on the mound. Cesar Ramos, Trevor's done a nice job since being called up to the big leagues for the first time. He's also picked up his first big league win. Those games since Monday. Remember, Gott, Smith, and Street all got used to. Got 3 straight days, and then the Smith and Street 4 straight games. Really part of that homestand.
A lot of real tight games, but so far down here in Arlington, great offensive efforts, giving Mike Scioscia a little bit more cushion to deal with when he goes down to the bullpen.
Mitch Moreland, Elvis Andrus, and Shin-Soo Choo, the scheduled batters in Texas. Win tonight would put the Angels 5 games over first, or 500, I should say, for the first time since the end of last season. Angels have not been 5 over 500 this year. They'll pick up a game in the standings with Houston having lost earlier today to Boston. First one in for a strike. Moreland 0 for 3. Missed it. 1-2. After Santiago, no runs, 3 hits and 7 innings of work. Looking for his 5th win of the year. 9th decision. 2-2.
Some serious movement on that fastball. Hit 97.
Two. Bounce over to first. Navarro's got it. Takes it himself. 1 down.
Navarro is a picking machine over there at first base. A little tough in between Hockman. A nice play on it. What you love as a pitcher, taking it yourself too. Go right to that base. The Angels in their last 8 games on 4th of July, hitting .377, averaging 8 runs per game. They love the 4th, like we do.
Andrews bounces it foul. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Last time up with a fly ball to right. Chopper to the right side. Giavitello to Navarro. 2 down. The Angels coming into tonight have had 8 wins in their history where they've scored 13 or more runs and shut out the opposition. Last time they've done that was July 17th, close to July 4th, 2012 at Detroit.
They had that great run of beating the Tigers of late for the Angels.
Chu bounces this one to effort Navarro. Gott covering. Light that baby up as the Angels shut out the Texas Rangers 13-0 tonight.
What an effort, all-around effort once again. C.J. Cron with 6 RBI, a triple shy for hitting from the cycle. The job he did, big fly home run. Offense throughout. Cole Calhoun with a home run. Eric Ibar, by the way, just continues to crush the baseball. And Hector Santiago, 7 shutout innings.